and welcome back to my channel, Night Owl Collage. I'm Amber, and I posted some pictures of this journal online maybe a week ago or so, and I had some questions about how I made this here. I'm not even sure what to call it. Maybe waterfall pockets, waterfall side loading pockets, I don't know. So I was wondering if I should do a tutorial on it, and then I got questions, so here we are. I am going to show you how to make this today. These layers do all flip up. So if you do something like this, you can journal on the top as well, but they all hold a journal card. So we're going to learn how to do this. It's not that hard. Just got to do some measuring and folding. So let's get started. So we're going to start with a piece of paper that is, how much do I have here? I originally had it 3 3/4 by 8 1/2, but this one is a bit shorter. Let me see what I have for this. 3 3/4 by 8. Okay, so it's just a 1/2 inch shorter. So you're going to mark this page in 1/4 inch increments. So I started this way, I think, yeah. So I started with this at 1 inch. So I started making the lines at 1 inch from the end, from the top. Okay, so this is the top. So I made my first line. I put my 1/4 inch line on that line and made another one. And I just moved that and made lines every 1/4 inch until I had almost 1 inch left at the bottom. It's more like a little over 3/4 of an inch, like 7/8 of an inch. So about 1 inch on each end. The rest needs to be in 1/4 inch increments. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna skip the first 2 lines here, and we're going to fold on that 3rd line. So here's 1, 2, and here's the 3rd line. And I'm going to fold that right here. I originally started out making the lines on the front, on the back, but it's easier to make them on the front. And we're not gonna really see them once we get everything down. Okay. And then we're gonna fold back on that next line. Okay. Actually, I'm going to make it easier, I'm just gonna fold it this way and then fold it back. You'll see what I mean. You'll understand what I mean when you're doing it. Okay. Okay, so there was our first fold on the 3rd line, and then we're folding it forward on the next line. Okay. So we have this. And I'm going to fold it back here too, because this is going to be the tab that folds here. I hope I'm making sense here. I'm actually going to fold it this way again. Okay, so you can see, okay, we have this tab now, okay? I fold up and down. So this was, we folded 1, 2, here's the 3rd line, that's where we folded, and then we fold it kind of backwards and forwards so that it is like a flap, okay? I'm gonna hold that down like a pleat. And then we're gonna count 1, 2, okay? Here's your fold, 1, 2, and that's what we're gonna make the next fold. So I'm gonna fold it down here. And again, we're going to fold that so it's like a flap here. And I'm just folding it this way just because that's easiest, but it's going to actually fold the opposite way. This will make sense when you do it yourself, I promise. So I'm going to fold it back this way. And then fold this one. Okay. So now we have a flap like this. Okay? Like this. And we're going to do that all the way down. So here's my pleat. Here's the fold. Okay, here's that fold. I'm going to count 1, 2, and fold on that line. So this one that we're counting 2 and folding, that's the edge of that pleat. And then the other folds we're making are just so that this flips up and down. So I'm folding the line above and the line below that so that it's able to flip up and down. Okay. I'm going to flip that the opposite way. And then fold the line below it. We have that pleat. Okay, so we have this pleat, oops, wrong one. There we go. Okay, so now we have 3 pleats here. Okay, here's the folded edge of this pleat. 1, 2, that's where we're going to fold the next one. I'm going to fold the line above it. And we're going to fold the line below it. And you could use a scoreboard, it doesn't matter. This is just quicker, I think. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pleats. I will speed up the next 2. So I'm just going to go 1, 2 from the edge of the last pleat and fold those. All right, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pleats, okay? That is what we want to have. And I'm just going to bone fold those really quickly. I want to make sure that these are even as well. This is a time where you can just adjust it a little bit if it's a little crooked. Okay, so that is the base. Then we're going to cut 6 pieces of paper that are 3 1/4, and I made mine 6 3/4 to fit a journal card that is, this is 3 by 3 7/8. So whatever size journal card you want to make the measurement, the size of the journal card times 2, the width of it times 2, plus 1/4 inch for this flap times 2, plus a little bit of wiggle room, so another 1/4 inch. So mine ended up being 6 3/4. Okay, so I had about, what was it? So it's 3 inches, so that's 6. Okay, doubled that, doubled the width. 3 and 3 is 6, and then 1/4 inch times 2, which is another 1/2 inch, so that's 6 1/2, plus another 1/4 inch for wiggle room, and that's how I got 6 3/4. Okay, so that is, we're gonna make 6 of these and then fold them in half. So I have them here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5 right now, so I'll make another one later, but or I might just leave that one off. Not sure yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue these, and you can just use a glue stick because we're going to be sewing it. So we're going to glue the opening, and you don't have to glue the side because we're going to be sewing that. If you're not going to sew, if you don't want to sew, or if you don't know how to sew, use a stronger glue to attach here and glue this one edge. You want to leave one edge open for your pocket, and you can, whatever side you want to do, and then glue the other edge. But we're gonna sew, I'm gonna sew this, so I'm just gonna put glue stick here for just so it stays in place, and then I'm gonna sew this side edge. So I'm gonna use my glue stick. I'm gonna fold this back. Let me get a sheet of paper for glue. So I'm gonna put glue stick along that pleat, front and back. Okay, so there's my pleat, and then I'm going to attach, make sure I want it, which way I want it. Attach this to that pleat. Okay. You can just slide it right on there. Okay, make sure it's nice and even the way you want it. Okay, so a little. All right, I think that's straight. Okay, so then we're gonna do the next one. We're gonna flip that up and do the next. So I'm gonna use the yellow one next, and I'm just gonna slip that on there. So I'm gonna add glue to the pleat on both sides. Just a little bit of glue stick. And I'm gonna add, just slip this on. Make sure that is straight. Okay, and then I'm gonna flip that up. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do another green this way. We're gonna add glue to the pleat. And then I'm going to add, just slip that onto the pleat. Can be a little bit fiddly. It's kind of a narrow strip. Okay, it's on there. Flip that up. I think that one is longer. Oh yeah, this one is longer. Look at that. I have to cut that down. See that one? That is longer. So let me put this one on. I was like wondering why that wasn't. It didn't look quite right. Okay. Move that over a little bit. Ah, it just came off. I need to put more glue on it because I took the other one off. All right. Now we'll get this on. Okay, we'll flip that one up. And then we're going to do the next pleat, glue on either side. And then we're going to slip on this on the pleat. I hope this is clear enough for you. And the next one we need to cut off, I think about 1/4 of an inch it was. Not want to be straight. Okay, then we need to chop that off. There we go. I think I didn't print out enough of these 2 sheets, and that's why I didn't do the 6th one. I just have to print out another sheet. Okay. Okay, so I'll just do another one later. So now we've got this. Okay. Is this one too long too? What is this one doing? I think this one's too long. Guys, ah! Okay, these are all fine. And I think this one is too long. What am I doing, guys? Can't measure suddenly. Yeah, see? Look at that. Ow. Struggling today, right? Another one of those days. There we go. All right. So now we're going to take this over to the sewing machine and I'll show you how to sew this. Okay. So we're going to move over there. Just one second. All right, we're here at my sewing machine and I have my pocket here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sew along this edge with a zigzag stitch, and we're gonna turn and sew along that pleat, okay? So I'm going to flip this up, okay? Taking this and I'm flipping it up, and I'm putting that side into my sewing machine. So I'm gonna sew it up, turn it, and sew it along that pleat. And that's what I'll do for each one, okay? So I'm gonna try to maneuver this so you can see better. Okay, hopefully you can see that better. So this is my flipped up pocket. So I'm starting at the side. I'm going to do a zigzag stitch. To that top of that pleat, I'm gonna lift up my needle, or lift up my foot, keep the needle down, turn it, and then this is where the pleat is, okay? You can see, put here. So this is where the top here where the fold is. And that's where I'm going to sew along. So that keeps the paper in place. Okay. Make sure you don't sew over the pleat, because then it won't flip up. You're just sewing the zigzag on top of that pleat and not over the fold. Okay? Cut the thread. So now I have this stitched and it flips up, okay? So I'm going to do the same thing for the next one. So I'm going to flip that one out. Okay, here's the second one. Here's the bottom left edge. I'm going to put that under my foot. And I'm going to start my zigzag. Make sure you back stitch. Now, if you're not sewing, you don't have to worry about this part of the video. Just glue it all with this nice strong glue. So we're going to go up all the way to the pleat. We're going to lift up the foot, keep the needle down, turn. And I want you to see, okay, you can see right here is where the pleat folds, okay? We don't want our zigzag to go over the fold. We want to keep it on this edge here with the actual pleat, okay? That way it will fold, or it will flip up. Okay, and we're gonna just sew to the end of the bucket. I'm gonna go ahead and do that with each one of these pockets, and then we'll be back at my craft desk. All right, the sewing's all done. I went back and I stitched the top of this, and I also stitched the bottom section. I still have to add one pocket there, but I just stitched around the top and around the bottom. So now we have these pockets that flip up. You can also use the front to journal on. And now you have these side loading pockets, and they just peek out. Your journal cards just peek out from the side. It's a really fun little project. I hope it wasn't too confusing. I know the pleats can be a little hard to see on the camera, so I hope it wasn't too confusing, but if you have any questions, please let me know. So now you have a place to store 6 journal cards there, and just glue this to the page. So that's all there is to it. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I hope it was clear enough for you, and I will try to help you if you have any questions on that, or if you're confused by any of those parts. But thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Come back tomorrow for an unboxing, and Thursday for a tutorial, and Friday for a flip through. And I hope you guys have a great day.